Now, in Victoria, again, the Goldilocks rule of coronavirus rules. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Where, last week, if you had taken your mask off in a cafe, Michael Kroger, you would have killed yourself and other people. But come Monday, the masks will not be required in exactly the same locations in Melbourne. Here's Gab Power with some of the changes and some of the local reaction in Melbourne today.
Victorians are ready for more freedom.
Melbourne's back on, I'm with the boys there. Yeah, we're alive, we're kicking, festive season.
Under a major easing of restrictions, masks will only be required on public transport, rideshare services, supermarkets and shopping centres. Victorians can host 30 visitors from multiple households in their homes, and up to 100 people can gather outdoors.
How do you feel about it all?
Amazing. It's so good. Like, we've waited and done all of this hard work. It's just so good that we can actually do this and walk around without any masks.
I think it's great, actually. I think we're moving forward well.
Modern day Anzacs. Now let's have a look at what the chairman has had to say today, of course. As remember, yes, the same way the daily press conferences about what rules were being put in place. Now it's daily press conferences about what might be easing, then what is easing, and then what might be changing. And of course, no spectacular difference between this week and next week, apart from the mask thing, and that's very significant.
And if we don't all play our part and remain vigilant, then we do run the risk of everything that we've built being compromised.
Michael, I know that I'm sort of screaming into the wind, all right, piddling into the ocean, but the people didn't do anything wrong. The people didn't need to be vigilant. It was the state government and hotel quarantine that led to everything that we've now well established, but of course he'll be able to skate because the report into it comes out 4 days before Christmas. But that's it. The idea that the mask that you didn't have to previously wear in supermarkets, you now have to wear in supermarkets, while the masks you didn't have to wear, you did have to wear in offices, you now don't have to wear. So the whole point is you've got to have one in your pocket at all times. And I thought that the effectiveness of the mask decreased with how often you touched it, i.e. how often you took it on and off.
Well, mate, given the fact that we've had 37 straight days here of no new infections and no one in Victoria has the virus, and the incubation of 37 days means that the virus that might have existed on a tabletop, a piece of paper, a door handle, somewhere else, no one has the virus and no one can get the virus. So why are people still having masks when you can't catch it from anyone or from anything? It's extraordinary. I mean, it's extreme. Because you can't catch the virus. Now, Andrews would say, oh, yes, well, those Germans came in and there's always a possibility. Yes, well, that's always true. But for those that are here now, you can't catch the virus because no one's got it to give it to you. So, but look, what's happening in Victoria, mate, the lockdown here was so extreme. Don't forget we had a curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. The sense of relief here is so great. People just want to forget the past. They want to forget the 800 people that died. They want to forget all the trauma of the past. They're just down here, they're just euphoric at the freedom. And they're forgetting Andrew's mistakes. He's still in front of the polls unbelievably. So hopefully politically there will be a day of reckoning, and I think that'll come when the Victorian economy starts to fall off the cliff, which it will from April onwards, mate, because when JobKeeper finishes, we've got so many businesses here who've been smashed to pieces by Daniel Andrews.